Welcome to our third video of a series of 8 videos discussing the most common career mistakes by artists and how to fix them, offering you crucial career advice and sharing inside information on how to be successful in the art world as an artist. If you haven't seen the first 2 videos of this series yet, feel free to stay tuned until the end of this video to click through to watch our previous video, Vision and Consistency Explained, which is also connected to our first video, Why and How to Stand Out as an Artist. As last week, we are shooting our video from the top of a Tuscan hill, so hopefully once more the singing crickets in the background will be inspiring. An issue which is holding back many talented artists today is that they don't succeed in becoming an insider in the art world. Doing so, they miss out on art gallery representation, the interest of art critics or art magazines. They don't find their collectors, making them unable to make a living of being an artist. The truth is, however, the art world has numerous unwritten rules and standards you must follow and know in order to be taken seriously as an artist. As a result, it is our mission to share this inside information with you, to empower you as an artist and to increase your chances for success. Therefore, we are pleased to present you our third video of our series, How to Become an Art Expert. One of the major career mistakes resulting in a lack of growth of an artist's career is not having a solid frame of reference. Trying to make it in the art world without knowing art and the art world itself will simply not work. In our previous video, we discussed the importance of the artist's vision and his clear and relevant artist statement supporting this vision. But of course, one cannot write down a relevant artist statement or have a solid foundation to build a compelling oeuvre or a professional career in the art world without having a good frame of reference when it comes to art. Therefore, it is of primordial importance to get to know art history and today's art world first before you can join the debate and participate as an artist. Before we get into the where and how we can become an expert of art history and the art world, let's discuss the why first. As an artist who is aiming to grow his or her career in the art world, you can absolutely be sure your knowledge of art history and recent art history and your overall intelligence and critical thinking will be tested by art galleries, critics, curators and collectors, and eventually by institutions as well. It would be naive to believe it is possible to make it as an artist without having to immerse yourself in art. As we have discussed before in this series, the art world is highly competitive, with numerous artists competing for the same galleries and collectors. As a result, the requirements to succeed as an artist are very diverse and even demanding. To be an artist, it is expected of you to have a very strong knowledge of art history. And rightfully so, because in art, as soon as you put a mark on a piece of canvas, you engage in a historic dialogue of thousands of years of thousands of artists. As a result, the canon of contemporary art and art history should be a ready knowledge for you. So in the first place, you must educate yourself. But how? Well, the obvious and arguably the best way to educate yourself and to become an expert in art is, of course, to go and study it. Become a master of the arts or a master in art history is arguably the best way to become an expert. At university, you'll get to know art history in a period over 5 years, studying and examining its totality, but also certain niches and specialities. You'll be taught by true experts and professors who share a similar drive and passion for art as you. As a result, there is no better place than the university, of course, than to become an expert in art. It is to say, having a degree in art history or in the arts is a major plus on your artist's resume. You receive an official validation of your knowledge and effort in your career and your persona as an artist. However, sadly, art degrees are not for everyone. Depending upon your location and situation, studying is of course extremely expensive and time-consuming. So luckily, there are other ways to achieve this knowledge, if you know where to look, of course. When you will be tested and your knowledge convinces the galleries, critics, collectors and curators, they won't omit working with you simply because you don't have the piece of paper from an art university. So when it comes to the canon of art history and art in general, I will share with you the most important reference publications, who are also used as textbooks at the universities. These books might be somewhat expensive, but they are a lot cheaper, of course, than studying at the university. And they might look a little bit intimidating, and to be honest, academic literature is not light reading. But it is crucial for you to read these thoroughly, to form a valid and strong frame of reference and a foundation as a person active in the field of arts. The first book on our list is the most recent one, which was published by my very own professor, Koenraad Jonkheere at Ghent University. It is titled A New History of Western Art, from Antiquity to the Present. Up next we encounter arguably the most widespread book on art history, titled The Story of Art by the famous Professor Gombrich. This absolute bestseller transformed art history in just under 700 pages of text, making it arguably the most important reference publication on the canon of art history. Also published by Phaidon and written and edited by the editors of Phaidon is The Art Book, which is an A to Z guide, or rather an encyclopedia of art and the most important artists in art history. All books are linked in the description below, and make sure while reading to watch out for the bibliography at the end of the book or at the footnotes at the bottom of the page, in which you will find other reference publications on more specific topics. Doing so, you can broaden your knowledge, your field, your expertise, and maybe also your personal library. When it comes to modern and contemporary art, the undisputed reference publication is without any doubt Art Since 1900. A groundbreaking publication by the illustrious authors and critics Hal Foster, Rosalind Krauss, Yves Bois, Benjamin Buchloch and David Jusselit. A more conventional overview publication is probably Modern Art, History from Impressionism to Today, by Hans Werner Holzwarth, published by Taschen in 2016. Another truly excellent, comprehensive overview book is The History of Modern Art by Arnason and Mansfield. I believe this list is already extensive enough to start, but I strongly consider to create a separate video on the best academic literature concerning contemporary art and the must-read articles and essays that changed the art world forever. Think of the text by Foucault, Douglas Crimp, Jerry Saltz and more. Furthermore, even more important as a contemporary artist is to stay up to date with the art world. There are in fact numerous ways to do this. In fact, you are doing this as we speak by watching this video. So think of following contemporary art platforms or art magazines, something which we have dedicated a full article on our website www.contemporaryartissue.com. Or you can follow renowned art platforms on social media, and above all, visit art exhibitions, major art museums, to discover their collection and witness the canon of contemporary art in the flesh. And stay posted on the most important events in the art world. Think of the Venice Biennale or the art fairs. And of course, experience the art world at first hand by visiting numerous art galleries. Doing so, you will have your finger at the pulse of the art world. And only this way you will discover the subtleties of the art world and how it works and how to get into it. Even more, one of these visits might even result in an interesting encounter, resulting in a step forward, your next step to become a successful artist. Stay tuned for our next video in which we will share the next step to be a successful artist, building upon the first 3 videos as stepping stones. In fact, you can already discover and read the following steps by visiting our article on 8 mistakes artists make and how to fix them on our website contemporaryartissue.com, or read the more extensive article on how to succeed as an artist. Also, feel free to have a look at our services for artists. And of course, we are very much looking forward to hear and see you in the comments below for a lively discussion as always. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Feel free to watch our video on Consistency and Vision Explained next. Support us on Patreon and please consider subscribing to stay posted on more contemporary art.